Hello everybody, it's Bailey, and this is a game that I have been working on recently. It is called Ecolibrium, and this is just going to be a little introduction video to kind of show you what it's all about. So to start off, I'll give you a little bit of a background. The game is about an electrical engineer who crashes on an island and then needs to use their knowledge to survive. And I'm actually going to be trying to use some different electrical engineering techniques that have batteries and buttons and wire and stuff, and you'll be able to make your own contraptions, purify water, and all sorts of things. And it's going to have this pixel art sort of style to it, which I really like. And I love games that can be pixelated like this, but also have support for the pixels to be very rotated. So you can see that these trees are using straight edges, however, they're rotated. So the pixels don't need to be constrained to the size that they're at, essentially. So yeah, this is what I have going on. I'm working on this game with my friend Drew, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So it is Friday, July 15th, and my main goal for today is to implement a new grass entity that will be spread around the world. So a lot like the trees, there'll be little sprouts of grass around the world, and I think it will make the game look a lot more lively, and I think it will just benefit the game. So I'm going to start coding that now, and I will be back with an update. So I just created the class for the grass entity that will be spread around the world, and here's the first iteration of it. I'm just using the leaf texture from the palm trees, and there are 8 of them vertically pointing in the air, and you can see that the render box kind of fits this. However, I'm still going to need to work on render boxes, make them take up the whole entity just so that there's no flickering when you're near the entity on the edge of the screen. So yeah, I'll keep working on it. Alright, so I have a grass entity that I am pretty proud of right now. It's not super special, so there will probably be a few changes made to it later, but as for now, if I press Q, you can see it generates 8 little pieces of grass and then rotates them randomly between 25 degrees this way and 25 degrees this way per piece of grass. So when there's just a couple of them, it doesn't look so good, but if you have like a bunch all spread out randomly, it does add a bit of like a grassy effect, in my opinion. So I'm going to add them into the world generator, and I'm going to have them spawn anywhere within this green area here. So they won't be in the sand, it will just be on this high green area. Alright, so I just added some random generation to the grass, so the grass will now generate anywhere within this green boundary. And honestly, I'm not super thrilled with how this looks. I think if there were random grass stalks rather than 8 of the same image right next to each other, it would look a lot better. So I'm going to go have it pick a random grass image instead of that one. So I will be right back. So I've been working on the grass some more, and you can see that I've changed the texture up and I've changed the distribution pattern, so the grass is distributed a little bit more evenly around the world, and I've also made the grass rotate around its center point per piece of grass, so the grass is now also a little bit wiggly, which is nice. So yeah, if you have any suggestions for how I can improve the grass, just put them down in the comment section below. Alright, so as you can probably hear, I have added audio support to the game. Currently there are 2 music tracks playing. A music track is defined as any sound file that loops, so it takes the sound and it loops it. The audio volume of each track can be set individually, and each track can be paused, played, and removed individually. So I'm about to pause the water track, so I hit that, and the water track is now paused, so just the wind track will play. And I can play it now, so I'm gonna add the water track back in. and that can be done just by calling a function. It can all be updated in real time, as well as the volume. The volume can also be changed in real time. So I can crossfade between two channels, I can pause play, remove two channels, and I can also have sound effects play whenever I want. So this was all done using the Beads audio library. I will provide a link to that in the description below. Basically, it's a very powerful library which allows for the you can play any type of music file with Beads audio in Java. By default, Java only supports WAV files, and that can get pretty limiting pretty quickly, but Beads will take any type of file. You can even have multiple types played at once, so you could have like an MP4 running as well as a .wav file running. It doesn't matter. And you can also set like the sample rate and a whole bunch of other different things. You can even just tell Beads to play a specific frequency if you want to make some sort of audio synthesizer or something like that. So it's a very, very flexible library, and I definitely recommend it to anyone looking to get into Java game making. Like, it's a great audio driver, and you should definitely use it. Alright, and with that, guys, I think I'm going to call it an end for this weekend. That is what I was able to get done this weekend. I plan on implementing a whole bunch more stuff to this game over the next few weeks, and yeah, as I get into school, I'll actually have some more time to work on this game. Since IMGD is my major, that's interactive media and game development, I should be able to work this project into some of my schoolwork, which will be pretty sweet. So definitely like the video if you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this in the future, because I plan to develop this into a full game, and I would really enjoy sharing my progress with you guys. So thanks, Bailey, and I will see you again next time.